muddled. He has thrown at you so many ballot papers, you cannot know the genuine and the fake. Mr. Chebukati single-handedly directed for book 34 of 2 to be printed, and book 2 of 2 having been printed, it went out to the stations. The Gazette notice required it not to be used. It was used, and the registrar's reform has confirmed. How does it work? Let me use a real-life experience of a movie that I watched, because I have time. It's called The Italian Job. Once they conclude, when this gentleman steals and he comes with many lorries, and you can't tell which lorry has the actual cash, similar number plates, similar design, similar make. So it's meant to confuse you, don't know which is the actual truck that has the money. In simple terms, if I steal money on this table, I steal 1 million, I throw 200,000, all of you scramble for it, and I walk out with 800,000, leaving all of you scrambling for the 200,000. You'll never know the magnitude of what I have done. That is the magnitude of book 2 of 2 in our elections. The best example before I cede my time to the court. If you've watched The Wolf, it's called The Wolf of Wall Street. When the star player, at the point of blowing it all up, throws money at everybody because he has now made his ultimate loot. He throws money at everybody and no one can tell what actually transpired. That is what happened with book 2 of 2 in our elections. That when you start questioning, when you start tracing, you will only be meeting genuine forms. In 2017, when we were questioning, we were meeting fake forms. He threw an extra 46,000 genuine forms into our elections in the hands of people who could not account for them. When we went to look, we were able to demonstrate that 50% of those forms have been used from a sample. From a sample, not denied, either not used or not accounted for, not returned. Are we going to give regime legitimacy after this indicting audit report? I asked this question in the morning. Part of the Supreme Court's function, you give what we call regime legitimacy. The Kenyan people moving in one accord. And nobody has spoke in this court about the margin of victory that is declared. Less than 200,000. After all these muddled figures, after all these illegalities, are we going to say that let us ignore them and give a regime legitimacy to one of the players? I urge you not to ignore your registrar's report. This is too damning. This has confirmed to you that at the end of this process, the only person who could answer the question where the punk was going to land was Wafula Chebukati himself. It was not the instruments that were deployed for the conduct of the elections. I thank you very much for the opportunity to appear before you. Thank you for listening to me. And I thank Justice Swanjala today. He didn't respond when I did my monk. And I donate my time back to the court. Thank you.
You also did not sweat, so we are okay.